your sad story shouldn't be a conversation starter, but for these covert narcissists, oh, their suffering never ends. And they talk about their suffering to such an extent that people around them genuinely feel that, okay, let me go and help her, let me go and help him. Hello, yeah, everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about signs of a covert narcissistic mother, and before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So covert narcissists love playing victim. Yeah, that's their way. Yeah, they are very different compared to the overt types, the grandiose types. These narcissists are very difficult to spot because they appear to be someone who has been wronged by the whole world, someone who has suffered a lot, someone who has been brutalized, victimized, and all of that. So basically, they appear to be very low profile. They appear to be someone who has suffered a lot. That's their facade. Yeah, for a grandiose one, they know it all. They have achieved all. They have done everything. That's the kind of facade that the grandiose puts up. But with these covert types, they put up a facade that is based on, of course, lies and misinformation. But their facade exhibits suffering, pain, challenges they have faced, and it's all ongoing. It never really ends. You can never fix these covert narcissists. That's their way of keeping you trapped. Yeah, to appear to be victim, and people fall trap to such things. People like caregivers, people like the empaths, you know these kind of folks, they genuinely want to help someone who's suffering, and they feel like doing things for these people, these covert narcissists, and end their suffering. But does that really work out? No, their suffering never ends. Yeah, this is their style of love bombing. We have discussed in the past how the grandiose narcissist love bombs with flattery comments, good gifts, good dinner, good vacation. With covert narcissists, things are different. They, keep on repeating their sad story. Oh, I was done this, I was, abused, I went through this, I went through that. Okay, everyone has a sad story. It doesn't mean that you have to keep on ruminating. It doesn't mean you have to keep on talking about it. I mean, learn from it and move on. Yeah, your past, your sad story shouldn't be a conversation starter, but for these covert narcissists, oh, their suffering never ends. And they talk about their suffering to such an extent that people around them genuinely feel that, okay, let me go and help her, let me go and help him. Yeah, but can you really help her? Can you fix her problem? Can you fix his problem? No. Yeah, that's their way of keeping you on hook. Yeah, so that you go on doing things, and you never feel as if you are able to put a full stop to their suffering, and you go on doing in hopes that one fine day they'll validate and you will be genuinely putting an end to their suffering. But that day never comes. You go on doing, and they go on taking what they want out of you. They go on getting whatever they want out of you. So sign number one, these covert narcissistic mothers, they maintain a very good mother image in front of the others. Someone who has suffered a lot, she has sacrificed a lot, she has endured a lot, but people are unable to see the gaslighting she does behind the closed doors with her child. People are unable to see the payback reminder she gives to her child. People are unable to see how vehemently she compares her child with the others every time the child fails to do things as per her wish and desire. Yeah, so people fail to see all of that. These mothers, they project a very kind mother despite of all pain and oddities and suffering. She sacrificed everything for the sake of her child. She remained in that abusive relationship for the sake of the child. No, you know this is a story that these covert narcissistic mothers use later to parentify her children into doing things for her, into shifting that entire burden and responsibility onto the shoulder of the kids, to keep her happy. Yeah. So yes, these mothers have got a different image on the outside, and people fail to see the dark things these mothers are involved on the inside. The next sign is you are not accepted and respected as an individual. You are a part of her. Yeah, she sees you as a part of herself. She doesn't see you as an individual with his or her own uniqueness and autonomy. She sees you as a part of her, and she expects you to do things the way how she does, or she prefers, or she likes. She wants you to dislike the things that she doesn't like. She wants you to do things what she approves of, or what she likes and she's fond of. Yeah. Her worth and respect depends on your actions. Yes, anything you do is going to affect her. Yeah. The next sign is she appears to be very concerned and caring in front of the others, but you know how concerned and caring she is in reality. Every time you deny, refuse, or do things your way, or a way that she doesn't approve of, all that care and concern just vanishes in thin air. Yeah. All of a sudden, you know she becomes a different person. She is not the mother, you know and that she used to be. She just changes, she becomes a different individual. Yeah, all that care and concern just vanishes. So yes, that is also a sign of a covert narcissistic mother, because if you say no, if you refuse, or if you deny, you know to things that she wants you to do, or she approves of, and if you deny, she is going to throw silent treatment. She is going to gaslight, throw passive aggression towards you. And you would be wondering what exactly happened with my mother. And all that gaslighting, all these heavy manipulation, this basically erodes your own self-esteem, confidence. Yeah. And you begin to doubt. You begin to believe that there is something wrong with you. You begin to believe and accept that you can't do things right. Yeah, just because she doesn't approve of the things that you do, she doesn't find it right, you are someone who always does wrong, you are someone who always does mistake. So it's very complex, and it's very dangerous. These covert narcissistic mothers are very dangerous for their kids. They literally erode and destroy the kids confidence and self-worth, self-esteem. I mean, everything is destroyed because the kid refused to do things the way how the covert narcissistic mother wanted. And refusal, no, all of these things cause narcissistic injury to the narcissist, and then they throw narcissistic rage at you. Malignant narcissists throw rage in a different way. Grandiose throw rage in a different way. But these covert ones, their way of throwing that narcissistic rage is silent treatment, stonewalling, passive aggression, not engaging with you, not speaking to you, minimizing, invalidating. Yeah. So their way of throwing rage is a little different compared to the others. Yeah. The next sign is that she doesn't respect boundaries. Everything that you do or you don't do is a concern for her, and she wants to poke her nose into all your business. These covert narcissistic mothers won't hesitate in telling your partner, your spouse, ways to control you and manage you and handle you. I mean, that is none of the parents' business to tell the spouse what to do and what not to do, and how to control and how not to control the partner. But these covert narcissistic mothers, they don't hesitate. Yeah, they, as it is, see their child as an extension of herself. So she doesn't respect boundaries. She needs to poke her nose in anything and everything that you do. She needs to know everything. She can even engage with your friends to find out more about you, what you're doing outside house or what you're doing in your personal space. Covert narcissistic mothers are basically, serial boundary, violators. They keep violating, their kids' boundaries, and they think that the kids don't need space and boundary. Yeah, it's a part of her, and she needs to, be in the kids' business as well. The next sign is that these covert narcissistic mothers, they don't handle criticism very well. If you criticize her, or if you question her, or if you tell her something, I mean, which is different from what she wants to hear out of you, they are going to, throw a lot of tantrum. They are going to, do a lot of drama. Oh, I'm a bad mother. Despite of doing so much, you're asking me. You are, doubting my decision. You are questioning me. So, they feel entitled, but they have a sad story. Yeah, it's not like the grandiose ones. Yeah, things are a little different. There is this sad story, pain, misery, suffering that is everywhere. If she abuses the kid, or if she manipulates the kid, there is this sad story. Yeah, that is attached to it. And yes, now coming back to the criticism, so when the kid criticizes this covert narcissistic mother, she's going to throw a lot of tantrum, she's going to throw a lot of drama, and she's going to say, oh, I'm a bad mother, and she's going to start playing victim. Yeah, that's how they maintain that control, by playing victim and not taking the responsibility of whatever evil things they do, or whatever crap they say and they have been doing behind your back. They play victim and they get over with it. These covert narcissistic mothers can question you on anything and everything, but you can't question them. It's just one way. It's not like what you see in healthy parents. There is this discussion, agreement, disagreement. In a healthy relationship, when you have a healthy parent, you can disagree and they can also disagree, and still you all can be together and love each other and care for each other. But with these covert narcissists, there is a lot of this vengeance inside of them. There is a lot of contempt inside of them. There is a lot of vindictiveness inside of them. So if you question them, or if you criticize them, oh, there is going to be a huge amount of drama that is going to be thrown at you. Lots of gaslighting, lots of manipulation. If they have some flying monkeys around, or if they have some of their enablers, they're going to bring in their enablers. They're going to triangulate, really make the situation worse. Yeah? They don't want you to question them. The next sign is that these covert narcissistic mothers parentify you. They will tell you their sad story, their suffering, which never ends, and no matter what you do, that suffering is never going to end. So they are going to parentify you. They are going to uh, put you in a position where you feel responsible for her happiness. Yeah, you feel responsible for giving her a good life. You feel responsible for making her happy, which you will never be able to do. Yeah, so if you have heard about a problem that she is facing or she is suffering from, you're going to hear the same problem, despite no matter how much you have attempted to solve that problem. That problem never goes away. After 20 years also, you're going to still hear that she's suffering from the same problem, she's facing the same problem and same challenges. So the problem never ends, and that's their way of keeping you on hook. Yeah, so you keep doing that. Okay, now I'm going to put an end. No, you're never going to satisfy them. You're not never going to end their problem and suffering. It's going to go on, because it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a deceit. And this is basically to keep you on hook. So these covert narcissistic mothers, they are big time into parentifying their kids. Kids need love, care, concern, adventure. Yeah, they don't need responsibilities. Yeah, so that is uh, a very evil thing to do with kids. I mean, healthy parents just let their kids enjoy. Yeah, they don't talk about their problem, husband and wife problem with the kids. It's a small little child. Let them enjoy, eat, enjoy, study, and let them grow. Yeah, they are not supposed to know what problem mother and father are having. Mother and father should solve their problem by themselves, and healthy parents do that. Whatever disagreement, agreement, or whatever issues they have, a conflict they have, they do the conflict resolution together. They don't bring in the child. Yeah, but these covert narcissistic mothers are going to tell everything a little more than what is needed, that is supposed to be shared with the kid. And they do this so that they can easily manipulate and parentify the kid. So yes, these covert narcissistic mothers are big time into parentifying their kids, and burdening them with the responsibility of keeping her happy. The next sign is that these covert narcissistic mothers, they blame others for doing wrong with her. She's going to keep on telling the kid how this auntie did this, how the father abused her, how the grandma did this, how this did that, and it goes on. And she goes on pretending to be victim. And in all that story, payback is hidden. Yeah, so the kid has to listen to all of that. The kid has to believe it. The kid has to take the responsibility of ending the suffering of the mother, the covert narcissistic mother. A healthy mother never does that. It's her business with the others, who she has to argue with, who she has to give a befitting reply. It's her business. She knows how to handle, and that's how she is a mother. Yeah. But these covert narcissistic mothers are into oversharing things with the kids, which is not supposed to be shared, but she doesn't hesitate in using all of those situations, story, lies, information to manipulate the kid. And, she hides that payback inside. See, I remained in this relationship just because of you. I suffered all that abuse that your father did with me, and your granny did with me, just for you. Yeah, I hope you are going to give me a good time. Yeah, so this is how she manipulates and destroys the kid. She doesn't see the kid as an individual who is unique, who is different, who will have his or her own life. No, she sees that child as a source of supply, a child who is going to make her feel good. You are going to feel good, because of your own self. No one else can make you feel good. Yeah, if someone else is making you feel good, it might be very superficial or for some time. Yeah, that happiness is not going to stay for long. You need to make that conscious choice to be happy. Yeah, but things are very messed up when we look at these narcissistic parents, and especially these covert narcissistic parents. They're experts, as if they have done PhD in gaslighting. Trust me, they have got their new ways to throw tantrum, new ways to triangulate, new ways to gaslight you. It's endless. Covert narcissistic mothers really can't let go of their kids. The moment she sees that her kids are becoming independent and outgrowing, she sees it as a threat. Yeah, and then she begins all that gaslighting and manipulation. She doesn't hesitate in dismissing, minimizing the choices of the kids. She begins to invalidate and even compare the kids with the others. Oh, look at their child, they are so obedient. The mother didn't do much, but look at the kids, how much the kids are doing for her. And look at me, I have suffered so much. And you're busy in your own self, you're busy in your own likes and choices. You are very selfish, you are very mean, you are unable to, respect and value the sacrifices, made by me. You are unable to recognize, you are unable to value the sacrifices I made for you. Yeah, so these mothers are, going to see your independence as a threat. Yeah, they are going to perceive anything and everything that you do independently as a threat. Yeah, it's a big threat, it's a big red flag. Yeah, for these covert narcissistic mothers, you doing things independently, there is something wrong. I'm going to lose this supply and I can't let him go off hook, I can't let her go off hook. And then happens the litany of manipulation, triangulation, summoning the flying monkeys, foul mouthing about you to the other sibling, getting enablers to do the dirty work. Yeah, enablers might approach you and tell you, she did a lot for you, you need to do things for her as well. In a healthy relationship, parents don't expect anything from the kids. They wanted a child, they brought the child, and they let the child grow and explore and learn and move on in their life. Healthy parents don't give payback reminder. Healthy parents are like a support system. Okay, go ahead and do whatever you want, I'm there at the back of you. Trust me, healthy parents, supportive parents are a boon. It's like a blessing, and it really helps you grow, it really helps you evolve. Yeah, their support, their validation, their care, concern, their motivation, it's like a catalyst. It really helps you grow and evolve. Yeah, so I mean, lucky are those who have healthy parents and not the narcissistic ones. The next sign is that rules don't apply to covert narcissistic mothers. Rules are only for you, and you cannot question her. If you don't play by her rule book, she is going to you know pull you by feet to the fire. She's not going to hesitate, she's going to wreak havoc, she's going to make your life hell if you don't play by her rule. But do rules apply to her? No, rules don't apply to narcissists. They feel entitled, and they think they know it all and they know what's right. So rules are made or laid out for the supplies. Rules are, made and laid out for the victims to follow, not for the masters, in this case, the narcissists. The next sign is these covert narcissistic mothers, they switch identities. Yeah, sometimes she will be very cool, concerned, caring, and if you don't do things her way, all of a sudden she becomes someone that you never expect her to be like. Yeah, she becomes absolutely defensive, she becomes erratic, catatonic. So she becomes a different individual every time you deny or refuse or you don't do things her way. Yeah, she can make you feel very good, but in an instant if you say no, she can make you feel miserable. Yeah, so she is not forgiving. These narcissists, they don't believe in forgiving. Yeah, even if it's their own child. Accept it that, okay, fine, he's done a mistake, what can I do? That's how it is. He is going to face the consequences, the kid is going to face the consequences of the mistake he or she does. Yeah, I really don't need to have that contempt, vindictiveness inside of me if someone says no to me. It's okay, there's nothing wrong in saying no. But with these narcissistic mothers, the covert narcissistic mothers, no is like a big slap on their face. With all that lies, sad story, still if the kid is saying no, that's not acceptable. So these covert narcissistic mothers, they become absolutely different individual in no time. From being loving and caring, all of a sudden you refuse to do things her way, and she's almost like a stranger. Yeah, she can make you feel that way. Yeah, so that's how dangerous these covert narcissistic mothers are. They are going to threaten you, and you would be so scared, with that attachment style, I mean, that you develop when you are, surrounded by narcissists. You feel so scared and you just give up, that, oh, I really can't lose my mother. I really, can't make her angry for long. I really want her attention. I really want her love. I really want her validation. And then you simply, comply. You simply shape shift. Yeah. So the attachment styles that we develop with these narcissistic parents is different and unique in its own way. It's not the usual one. Yeah, these attachment styles are not that healthy that we develop with the narcissistic parents. The next sign is, every time you question her or you say no to her, she will blame you, and she is going to scapegoat you, and she is going to, create this sibling rivalry amongst, the siblings. Yeah. Or, between the siblings and you, she's going to create a kind of a rivalry, and she's going to, smear behind your back with the other siblings, that, he's so difficult, she's so difficult, he's so selfish, she's so selfish, she doesn't care, she doesn't value the sacrifices made by me, she doesn't care about my happiness, and all of that. So every time you question her, or every time you say no to her, you are scapegoated. You are blamed, shamed, and guilt tripped. The next sign is that these covert narcissistic mothers, they will keep on gaslighting you. Yeah, how you are not good enough. And this is basically so that you can do more for her. Yeah. She will not validate and she will not appreciate everything that you do. She's going to throw tiny bits of, crumb. She's going to throw tiny bits of validation on and off, but she's not going to, validate it for long. Yeah. Because then she comes up with her new agenda that you need to fix and you need to sort out. So these covert narcissistic mothers, they take help of gaslighting. They tell you how you are not good enough, and in return you do more, so that one fine day she's going to validate and she's going to say, thank you so much, son, you have solved my problem. Thank you, daughter, you have solved my problem. I'm really happy, I'm really proud of you. No, that day never comes. Yeah. But when we look at the healthy individuals, healthy family, healthy parents, you know the kid is thankful for everything that the parent does, and the parents are thankful for everything the kid does. There is no sense of entitlement, that I am, everything, I am the god, you have to follow and, do things my way, or else you're banished. Yeah, so those things don't exist in healthy family. But we are talking about covert narcissistic mothers, and they are very dramatic, very manipulative, and all the time, doing all crazy stuff under the guise of being, someone who's been victimized, someone who has suffered, and someone who has gone through a lot. So these covert narcissistic mothers, they will keep on gaslighting you, and you will do more. Yeah, you will do more to prove that, yes, I can do it. I'll get my mother's validation. Sometimes, with all that gaslighting and manipulation, the kids often, get into wrong activities, so that they can fulfill the mother's dream and desire. Yeah, they can, help the mother financially. The kids get into wrong activities. Do mothers take responsibility of that? No, these mothers further blame the kid. Well, you did it because you wanted. These mothers don't take the accountability or the responsibility, of whatever the kid does, because she shifts the blame onto the kid. You did it. This went wrong because you went into wrong activities. You did this because you did not listen to me. I never told you to do this. But what is all that gaslighting doing? All that gaslighting is making the child feel not good enough, and the child wants to do anything and everything for your validation. And these covert narcissistic mothers are cruel. They don't validate their kids. So the kids often resort to wrong activities. And when they suffer because of that, or when they land up in some mess, these mothers, further blame the kid. Well, you did it. I never told you to do this. So that is how damaging it is. These mothers are big time into insinuating. They are going to say, well, you are unable to do it. Look at their son. They have done so much. Well, look at their daughter. She has done so much. And, they gaslight you, and automatically you get into something so that it brings some happiness, you know, uh, to the covert narcissistic mother. But if things go south, if things go wrong, oh, she's going to blame you. She will never ever take responsibility for all that gaslighting and manipulation. And the last sign is love is conditional. When you have a covert narcissistic mother, she doesn't love you unconditionally. Payback reminders are there, comparisons are there, and every time you don't do what she wants you to do, she's going to throw rage at you. So love is very conditional. Till the time you are doing the way how she wants you to do, you will get that tiny bit of love. The moment you question her or say no, or things go south, she's just going to flip. Yeah, all of that love will vanish in thin air. Yeah, she is going to become your enemy, and she won't hesitate in talking ill about you behind your back with your siblings. She won't hesitate in talking ill about you with your father, with other relatives. She wouldn't hesitate in uh, doing anything that can teach you a lesson, that can reinforce her control over you. She won't hesitate in doing anything or taking help of anything to establish that control over you, even if her action is damaging you. That's none of her concern. Her concern is what she gets out of you. Her concern is how obedient, how complacent you are. That's it. That's what her concern is. So, yes, love is conditional with these covert narcissistic mothers. They will only throw or express love for a tiny while, till the time you are doing what they want you to do. The moment you say no, question her, or you land up in some mess, all of it is going to vanish, because she is self-centered. She is selfish. It's all about her way. Yeah. So yes, this was it, all about covert narcissistic mothers. In case if I have missed in something, please feel free to comment below, and please take care of yourself. Don't ignore the red flags, and stay healthy and stay happy. Bye.